The soft morning light spills over the quiet village, illuminating the humble huts scattered along the dirt road. Birds chirp in the distance as the camera pans down to Amina, walking toward the market. Her feet crunch against the dust-covered path. Her face shows a mixture of determination and uncertainty. Each day, I wake up with the hope that today will be different. The sun rises as it always does, and the world moves forward. But me, I'm stuck in this cycle of selling, struggling, failing, and trying again. I walk this road hoping it will take me somewhere better, but every step feels heavier than the last. Amina adjusts her basket on her head and glances up, looking at the bustling market in the distance. The vendors are shouting their prices, the air is thick with the scent of fresh produce and fish, and the voices are laced with the energy of a city that never sleeps. But for Amina, the market is a place where dreams go to die, or so it feels. The market is alive with noise, with people hustling and bargaining, but sometimes it feels like it's alive with rejection too. They look at me, my humble stall, my modest goods, and their eyes tell me all I need to know. I'm not enough. Not enough to make it here. Not enough to survive this world. Amina's basket clinks with the sound of small items, and she struggles to set up her store. Her camera focuses on her fingers as she arranges her goods, a few vegetables, some fruit, and a few handcrafted items. She looks around nervously, hoping that someone will stop by. Suddenly, Nana Kwaku walks past her stall, his eyes scanning the market. He's well-dressed, exuding authority. I watch him as he passes. Nana Kwaku, the market leader. He has the power to decide who stays, who goes, who gets a chance, and who doesn't. He doesn't even look at me. His eyes glide over my stall as if I'm invisible. I've been invisible my whole life. Amina watches Nana Kwaku walk by with a group of traders, all of them exchanging cold words and even colder stares. She tries to call out to him, but he doesn't hear. She swallows her pride and continues setting up, trying to hide the lump forming in her throat. The hours pass. Customers come and go, but Amina's store remains largely untouched. A few people glance at her goods, but no one stops. The sweat on her brow is a sign of both the heat and her frustration. She watches a more established vendor nearby, whose stall is crowded with buyers. Her heart sinks. They come and go, these people. They pass by my stall, not even giving me a second glance. The men from Accra with their sharp suits and deep pockets buy from the larger vendors, those who can afford to play the game of the rich and powerful. And I'm just here, hoping that someone will take a chance on me. Amina's eyes fall on a small family approaching her store. Her heart races and she smiles brightly, but as they pass by her without even acknowledging her, her smile fades. She looks at the ground, feeling the sting of rejection once again. Amina's legs begin to ache as the sun rises higher in the sky. She sits down on a nearby bench, resting for a moment. Her face is a mask of exhaustion mixed with sorrow. Her hands are stained from handling the vegetables, and her clothes are a little worse for wear. She looks down at the ground, the dust swirling at her feet. Sometimes I wonder if I'm even cut out for this. Maybe I was meant to stay here, this village, these streets, forever. Maybe this is all I'll ever be, a woman with no chance, no opportunity, no future. No one tells you that chasing your dreams feels like running into an endless wall. Amina's eyes start to well up with tears, but she quickly wipes them away, her resolve kicking in. She stands up, shaking off the doubt, and walks back toward her stall. As Amina walks back to her store, she sees a man standing near one of the market corners. His clothes are ragged, and his face is hidden in the shadow of a large umbrella. He waves at her, and she hesitates for a moment. He's different from the others. He has a sly look in his eyes, like someone who knows how to make a deal, and I'm desperate enough to consider it. He holds out a small box, silver jewelry, beautiful pieces gleaming under the market sun. The man smiles, and Amina walks up to him. She looks at the jewelry, her fingers tracing the cold metal. The silver shines, catching the light, and for a moment, I imagine what it would be like to have something shiny, something valuable in my hands. Maybe I could sell these pieces. Maybe someone would buy them. I hesitate, but the man's smile is too convincing. I take the jewelry, and he promises me that it's a good deal. Later, Amina is at home, sitting beside her father. The weight of the jewelry box is heavy in her hands. Her father looks at it, his face growing serious. Amina, where did you get this? Amina's heart skips a bit. She feels caught. I thought it was an opportunity, Papa. The man said it was a good deal, that it would help us sell something valuable. But something doesn't feel right. I can't help but feel like I've made a mistake. Kofi takes the jewelry from her hands and examines it closely. You've been hustled, my daughter. The world isn't kind, and not everyone who offers help has good intentions. Sometimes the hardest lessons come in the form of mistakes, but it doesn't mean you are not strong enough to correct them. The camera lingers on Amina's face as she watches her father. She feels a wave of guilt, but also a rising determination. I've made mistakes. I've trusted the wrong people, but this is not the end of me. It can't be. My father is right. I may be scared, but I've learned something valuable. Trust your instincts, trust the process. I don't need shortcuts, I don't need easy wins. I need to work harder, fight longer. Amina returns to the market the next morning, the sun rising behind her. This time, she's different. Her walk is purposeful, and she holds her head high. The camera follows her as she passes the busy stalls, her confidence growing with each step. I've learnt the hard way, but I'm still here. I'm still fighting. This market may not have given me a chance, but today I'm taking it. I'll show them what I'm made of. Amina sets up her stall with renewed focus. Her hands move quickly, arranging her goods neatly, creating a display that draws the eye. She doesn't wait for customers to come to her, she goes to them. Nana Kwaku walks through the market again, his usual sharp gaze scanning the area. As he passes Amina's store, something catches his eye. Her determination, her persistence. He stops, eyeing her goods. This girl is different. She's persistent. Maybe she's worth the risk. Nana Kwaku approaches Amina, his voice softer than before. Amina, I see you are working hard. It's not easy, but you've earned your place here. Your goods, your spirit, they deserve a chance. The camera captures Amina's eyes lighting up with the smallest glimmer of triumph. She nods gratefully, her heart swelling with pride. It's not just about selling goods, it's about selling yourself, showing the world who you are, and making them believe in you. I've spent my life thinking I was invisible, but now I see it's the strength within me that will make people notice. Amina continues to walk the market with a renewed sense of purpose. The hours pass quickly, and for the first time, customers begin to approach her store. She engages with them confidently, her voice calm but firm as she explains the quality of her goods. They are finally looking, finally listening. Maybe it's the way I speak, or maybe it's the way I stand now. With each transaction, I realize it's not just the goods they buy from me, it's my belief in myself. I didn't need Nana Kwaku's approval, I needed to believe in myself. The camera shows Amina striking a deal with a woman from the city. The woman smiles as she picks up a basket of vegetables, nodding her approval. Amina feels the weight of the sale in her hands as the woman hands over money. The camera focuses on Amina's eyes, wide with disbelief, and then a slow smile creeps across her face. I made my first sale today, the first real one that I can remember. It's not about the money, it's about the feeling that someone else believes in me too. For the first time, the world is opening up, and it's all because I decided to take the chance. I chose to keep going even when everything seemed to say no. As the days go by, Amina's success becomes more apparent. Her stall is always busy now, and word of her persistence spreads through the village. Other vendors start to take notice. Some are still skeptical, but most begin to respect her hustle. The camera shows Amina exchanging warm greetings with customers, her confidence shining brighter with each passing day. The village has changed. The people, the ones who once ignored me, now see me differently. And I see them differently too. This is my home, but it's also the place where dreams are made or crushed. I don't just want to survive here, I want to thrive here. One afternoon, after the market has quieted down, Amina visits an elder in the village who has watched her grow up. The elder is sitting outside her hut, weaving a basket. She looks up when Amina approaches and smiles knowingly. Amina, you've come far, child. I've watched you struggle, watched you bend, but never break. And now I see you standing tall. You've learned the most important lesson. And what's that, Auntie? That no matter how many times life knocks you down, it's how you rise that defines you. You've learned to rise, Amina. Keep rising. Amina nods gratefully, tears welling up in her eyes. She reaches out to take the elder's hand, feeling a deep sense of gratitude. Amina stands tall in the middle of the market, surrounded by the hustle of people trading goods. Her stall has grown larger, and her confidence has grown even more. She no longer looks down, no longer feels invisible. As she watches the sun set over the horizon, she realizes she's no longer just fighting for survival. She's fighting for a future she's built.